And first, on to some breaking news coming in this morning as top Lashkar terrorist Asif has been neutralized in an encounter with our security forces. This happened in Sopore, and remember, this comes just a day after the forces also arrested 8 Lashkar terrorists in Sopore. A big crackdown on all these terrorists as an encounter is underway. And Tejinder Singh Sodhi now joining us on the phone line. Tejinder, this is a dreaded LeT terrorist Asif who has been neutralized, and a big win for our forces indeed.
Indeed, Suesha, this is a major victory for our security forces, and this comes barely 24 hours after 8 Lashkar terrorists, they were arrested by security forces in the Sopore town. This encounter which took place early this morning, in which we have been told that Asif, who is one of the A-grade terrorists of the Lashkar-e-Toiba terror outfit, and he has been active in the area for quite some time, and he was also involved in various terror-related activities in Sopore and other parts of Baramulla district. He has been gunned down in a joint operation that was launched by the Special Operation Group of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, the Army and the CRPF. A large quantity of arms and ammunition have also been recovered. We are told that the operation in the area is still on. Asif was operating in the area for quite some time, and he was involved in various terror-related activities. So a major victory for our security forces, and yes, a major blow to the terror network. We know that Pakistan-based terrorist organizations, they had instructed these terrorists to carry out terror activities, to indulge in terror activities, threaten the people not to open their shops, and threaten them with dire consequences. We also saw just few days ago these terrorists, 8 of those who have been arrested, 2 out of them were involved in shooting at the family members of an apple trader, in which 4 people, including a 30-month-old girl child, were also injured. So now it seems that the security forces has identified the main terror kingpin in the Sopore area, and one of them, Asif, who was active for quite some time in the area, has been neutralized. This is also a step forward towards a terror-free Kashmir, and yes, the operation All Out is still on, and the security forces will hunt down all the remaining terrorists. Though we saw just a few days ago, the GOC of the Srinagar-based 15 Corps of the Army, Lieutenant General KJS Dhillon, had also said that if any Kashmiri who has picked up gun and wants to surrender, the doors of surrender were still open, and the army, the security forces will help him to join the mainstream. But the terrorists who are not leaving the gun, they will suffer the fate which terrorists like Asif have suffered today. So clearly a big win for our security forces.
Absolutely, Tejinder, and let's also understand how NSA Ajit Doval had spoken about how Pakistan is trying its level best to infiltrate these terrorists, but their attempts are not going to work because this is the iron fist policy of the Modi government. And not only are our forces going all out to protect the Kashmiris and provide them utmost security, but also ensuring that these terrorists don't have a free run in the valley. And before I take that answer from you, Tejinder, if I can also bring in Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, who's with us on the phone line. Very good morning to you, sir. Big win for our forces. A dreaded LeT terrorist who has been neutralized in an encounter this morning.
Firstly, my compliments to the security forces. And I would like to once again highlight the series of successes against all these top-level leaders, the terrorist leaders, as also the top-notch terrorists. They are being neutralized on hard intelligence, which is being provided definitely through our sources, because people are fed up there, and they're voluntarily coming ahead and informing about these people. The population has realized that these terrorists have spoiled the future of their children, their future generations, and they are responsible, and they cannot take their philosophy to a logical conclusion. Therefore, they must be shunted out and neutralized. That is the reason. Specific inputs are coming, and more top-level leaders will be neutralized. There's no doubt in it.
Absolutely, and even in the way that the forces are going about with the operations as they are hunting down very specific targets. Yesterday, 8 LeT terrorists who were arrested, And today, Asif, a dreaded LeT terrorist who has been neutralized.
Yes, you're right. As a matter of fact, the governor has also made a mention, I think. I'm not too sure. But I believe he did make a mention that, or the DGP, one of them had said, that people should come and surrender. And now people will look for an opportunity to surrender because they do realize that their future lies in surrendering and leaving terrorism. Otherwise, they shall be neutralized. The lifespan of each of these terrorists has come down to even starting from 1 month to 1.5 years. So what are they fighting for? They are fighting as cannon fodder for Pakistan.
Absolutely.
And Pakistan doesn't bother for these people. As many people can get killed over here when they didn't even own their bodies in Kargil. You mean to say they are bothered about terrorists? Their sponsored terrorists being neutralized here in India? Nothing. What does a terrorist get at the end of his being decimated? He gets just 2.5 lakhs, a top-level terrorist. And per month, he's just getting 20,000 rupees. For that paltry amount, he's risking his life, his future, the future of his children. It's futile, and people are realizing that. So therefore, more and more people would probably try and surrender if in case we can put forth a good surrender policy.
Absolutely. When it comes to the Kashmir policy of the Modi government, it is very clear. And all those who are trying to spread terror in the valley must understand that and surrender. Thank you, Lieutenant General B.S. Jaswal, for talking to Republic this morning.